me, Vicky Marie, and we're updating 10 days now. 10 days that this poor boy has been missing. You know, don't know how the family feel because it just feels so depressing. Just as someone who doesn't even know Jay, I just think this family are going through torment personally. Anyway, of course, their torment is made worse by all the speculation and all the conspiracy theories, and it's horrible. It's depressing because it's turning into one of them, isn't it? Like the Sebastian Rogers, like Nicola Bulley, it's just turning into one of those horrible scenarios, especially for the family. Anyway, I just want to say thank yous. Thank you to all of you that are subscribers. Thank you to everyone who watches my videos, likes them. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. And as always, a very special thanks to my members or to anyone who has supported my channel by buying a Ko-fi, sending a super, or email, nice comment, nice message, whatever positive contribution you have made to my channel. Thank you so much. Okay, let's take the banner off now. So yeah, it was, it's all a bit depressing, isn't it? It's awful. In fact, every day is more and more horrible. Now, there is a little bit of good news today just to let you know, because a few of you are interested. Princess Tia is back to her old self today. So whatever little bit of arthritis she had or whatever, she seems to be completely back to her old self today, which means she made back. I knew she was ill because she couldn't even be bothered barking or jumping up on the sofa, or she was really feeling sorry for herself. But now she's back to her normal barky self, a normal irritating self, following me around and jumping up on the sofa and barking, etc. So again, we're lighting the candle for Jay. It just doesn't look good, does it? I don't think there's any real. I was thinking about saying, what sort of positive spin can I put on this? Very difficult now to put a positive spin on it. This, of course, is Jay. He's been missing 10 days since he disappeared a week ago last Monday. And the Spanish police definitely think he's in that area where they're searching. That's their theory. I don't think they believe any of the other theories. Of course, all these conspiracy theories that come in, they have to check them out, don't they? I like this picture better of Jay. They have to check them out. But I don't think the police really believe anything else except that he is there. They think he's there. Maybe there's a reason why they think that. I don't know. We don't know anything about what the police are saying. The police are giving nothing away whatsoever, which is typical of the Spanish police. Till there's some sort of resolution in this case, they won't say anything. And I know that's frustrating and it's difficult and it must be really frustrating for the family, but that is their way, unfortunately. Okay, let me just say hello to everybody. We'll see if we can find some positivity, but it's very difficult, isn't it? Very difficult to find any after 10 days of being missing anywhere, but especially in that terrain. So what we're going to look at today is we're going to look at some of the conspiracy theories. There's all sorts of things coming out now. The locals are saying they've seen him watching the Euros. It's very depressing. I just think, I hope his family aren't watching any social media or doing anything, because it'd just be so depressing for them to see people saying all these things with no proof, no evidence. That's the point. Okay, so I'm just going to say hello to everyone. Hi, David. Hi, Fragaria. Hi, Kelly. Hi, SM777. Hi, Heather. I think I said hello to Kelly. Hi, Julie. Yes, Princess Tia is a lot better. Thank you. Hi, Chumba. I think I said hello to David. God, I can't even remember who I've said hello to already. Hi, ACW. It's definitely cooler today. Hi, Rio. Maybe that's a bit positivity. You can't still be wandering around that area. There's just no way you can be wandering about that area 10 days later with no water. But it is cooler today. It's quite windy. So I don't know. Maybe that's a bit of positivity. Hi, Charlie. It certainly would help the search teams themselves if it's cooler, because we mustn't forget they're searching these areas in horrible conditions, and now they've brought in these search dogs. I hope the search dogs are being looked after. I'm sure they are, but I hope they're not burning their feet. Hi, Carla. Oh, thanks for all your good wishes for Princess Tia. Hi, Amy. Yeah, I think it probably quite often happens that tourists get lost, don't they? But we never normally get to hear about it. Maybe we've only got to hear about this because of the television presenter going missing. I always think that what happens when you get a high profile case, like, a lot of people were thinking, oh, there's all these cases of women going missing in rivers after the Nicola Bulley case. But don't you think that because the Nicola Bulley case had attracted so much attention, that's why then the media focused on all these missing women, whereas before, would they have even commented on them? Hi, Ocean. Okay, so what we're going to start with, God, it's like, I'm going to start with what I think is BS. Oh, actually, I'm going to start with the Spanish news first of all, because I like to have a look and see what they're saying in the latest in the Spanish news. We've looked at this particular paper a couple of times, Lecturas or online paper. So, latest news about the disappearance of Jay Slater. A disconsolate message from the parents of the young British man. So they're continuing to search in Tenerife, and they've incorporated. So this has been the main news, isn't it? These new dogs, specialized dogs. They've been searching with dogs, but just the dogs from the island, from Tenerife. These dogs have been flown in from Madrid, so they'll obviously be a bit more specialized. These have been flown in from the Guardia Civil headquarters in Madrid, so probably they'll be more efficient. So anyway, there he is. So hours are passing, and the desperation of the parent, hours are passing, and with it the desperation of the Jay Slater's parents. The young British boy disappeared more than a week in Tenerife. However, they are keeping hope and conviction that a third person might be involved in these strange circumstances. Now, I think what I'm going to do, I'm hoping that we won't still be in this position tomorrow, but I think what I'm probably going to do tomorrow, probably in the members live, and then I will release it to the public, but I'll do it live in the members. I'm going to, maybe you could let me know what you think, like your ideas. I'm going to present what are the, because really sort of on the face of this, it is just a boy going missing, losing his way, and now they're having trouble finding him because of the weird terrain. We're going to have a look again at the terrain later. That on the face of it, but then of course there's lots of strange things. What are the things that strike everyone as strange? The fact he went off with these two men to somewhere an hour away from where he was. All the strange things that maybe show that maybe there is somebody else involved, because the Guardia don't seem to think that there's anybody else involved. But I'm saying that, but I don't actually know what the Guardia think. Maybe they do, so that's what I'm going to look at, all the things that make us maybe feel that there might be something more at play here than just a case of a young boy who took the wrong way and got lost. I think one of the reasons would be that he's not been found so far, isn't it? Because you would think that he'd been found by now, wouldn't you, really? But when we look at the terrain, and we're going to hear what a British search and rescue guy has got to say about it, then it makes more sense that maybe it does take a long time to find somebody. So according to this article, the parents are maintaining the hope and conviction that a third person might be involved in the strange circumstances of this event. And in the city of Oswald Twistle, where they live in the United Kingdom, they have put lots of blue ribbons. Blue ribbons was yellow ribbons for Nicola Bulley, wasn't it? It's blue ribbons for Jay, in a signal or a sign of support. And a mountaineer and another television investigator, well, we know who he is, Mark Williams Twonk, have gone over to the island to help find the boy. And I don't mean to be, if Mark Williams Thomas helps, then good, as long as he's not just there for his own publicity and sniffing the GoFundMe, which he tends to do, doesn't he? Follows the money always. Anyway, we'll see. Maybe we'll do something positive. Let's hope so. So the search continues without rest. So in the Parc National Rural of Tenno and in the nearby localities, trying to find new clues. The boy who's disappeared, while his mother has conceded in an interview with the Daily Mail that this is a really horrible moment, and it is very complicated for her, to keep herself positive, trying to obtain answers at all the questions that keep coming out. So the mother said, "I've spent a horrible week. It's been a week and it's been horrible. I've hardly slept. I'm at my limit," Debbie said, who assures that the Spanish police are doing a good job and the consulate is informing us of everything, and we do have confidence in them, according to this article. She confesses also that she has hardly slept, and that how will I put this in English? Esto hace que her strength is fluctuating, while the worry that's stopping her sleeping, thinking what might have happened to him. And I mean, imagine as a mother or a father or a family member, what you would be imagining. You would imagine everything. You'd go through everything in your head. The thought he might be lay there dead somewhere in there. The thought that somebody might have murdered him. The thought that he may be, okay. And according to the locals in one area, saying that they've seen him watching the Euros. But you know what? We're going to read about that. But the thing is, how many boys similar to Jay will be watching the Euros? So obviously the locals have probably seen all sorts of people that look a bit like Jay, dressed like Jay, and this is the trouble with eyewitnesses. They get things wrong. Anyway, so she's looking for her son who went missing last Monday, 17th of June, after calling his friend to say he hadn't got to ask for help and water before running out of battery. And Debbie Duncan, oh, where's it gone? Why is it flicking? I've read that. Hang on. So, yeah, they're in a living nightmare, according to them. And, yeah, she says she's in a living nightmare, and his father has described the situation also like hell. While they continue the search, or while the search continues, that it just keeps on amplifying its teams and zones through these 8 days, and in well, it's been 10 days now, in a very dangerous terrain and very complicated. Someone must know something. I just want them to find him, she said, desperate, while she was asking local help in Santiago del Teide. So this is where they're saying that he's been seen, in this place called Santiago del Teide, where someone had filmed with the CCTV a young man with similar characteristics to those of their son. But this recording is still not officially, what's the word? This recording has not been officially confirmed by the Guardia Civil or any investigators. So these are things that have come up on Facebook, of course, you know, these pictures, etc., but they have not been confirmed by the police. Now, I just want to go to this. So here we're going to look at this. This is what missing Jay Slater spotted watching the Euros in Tenerife, claim the locals. You know, I just think this is awful. Honestly, he's not going to be just sat there watching the Euros, is he? You know, you just got to think about it sensibly. You know, if he's still alive and you think he's going to leave his parents wondering if he's okay or not and just sit and watch the football, no. If it's some sort of stitch up, you know, where they're all in it together, he's not going to sit in public watching the Euros, is he? He'll be watching them hidden away somewhere if he's pretending to be lost. No, I just can't believe. And these are newspapers. You know, this isn't even social media with this. Anyway, Tenerife locals believe they may have spotted missing teen Jay Slater watching Euros matches. So I almost want to laugh, but it's not even funny, is it? The mayor of a town close to where he vanished has claimed. So he disappeared in Tenerife 10 days ago, but Spanish authorities are yet to find any trace of him. Despite a huge, God, I hope they find him. I almost, you know, well, obviously I hope they find him safe and well, but if they're not going to be finding him safe and well, I hope they just find him, because this is just going to get even more ridiculous as days go on. It's just horrible. So they yet to find any trace of him despite a huge search operation that saw helicopters, drones and sniffer dogs deployed across rural parts of the island. The apprentice bricklayer from Oswald Twistle, gosh, it's a right mouthful that. I don't know how the Spanish will be getting on pronouncing that. I can't even pronounce it and I'm English. And he enjoyed a 3-day music festival with his friends Lucy and Brad before leaving by car with 2 British men he befriended on a night out. And of course, a lot of people are, you know, talking about these British men. I think on that other, let me just see, it does mention them in that Spanish article. What does it say? It says the shadow of the 2 men that were accompanying Jay Slater, or what we don't know about these 2 men. So there's still, you know, everyone's focusing on these 2 men, but what I thought the police said is that they had interviewed them. Oh God, they go on to talk about Mark Williams Thomas in this other, the prestigious television presenter. I can't even read that because I just don't want to give him any publicity, but I do want him to help to find, if he can help to find Jay, then good. Or if he can help to find anything out, great. But good God. Anyway, sorry, I'm going to go back to the one I was talking about. So Jay returned with the 2 men to their Airbnb in the rural area just outside Masca village and vanished the following morning. So we know that, we heard that this is the story that we keep hearing being repeated. He called Lucy, said he was disorientated, he needed water and his phone was on 1%. And that's it. So this is the possible sighting in Santiago del Teide. Oh, where's that gone now? They just keep flicking down these. I don't want to look at Nigel Farage. So I've got another, I think I've got a better article actually. Yeah, let's go to LBC because hopefully it won't flicker about so much. Jay Slater spotted watching the Euros matches, local mayor claims, as several witnesses spot the British team. I just can't see any way that this can be Jay. So the mayor of a local town called Santiago del Teide called Emilio Jose Navarro, said some locals had told him they had seen the missing teen watching some Euros matches. Jay's family are out on the island and have shared a grainy CCTV still that they believe could be him. This, isn't it? Mr. Navarro said, "We know the police are investigating the CCTV images. They have asked for the town hall's security cameras, and they're also working with the company that handles those cameras." Another thing that's been odd is apparently his Instagram account has been mysteriously active, hasn't it? And Jay's mum and his friends, etc., say it's not them that's activated it. That's another sort of thing nobody really knows, but I don't suppose it's that difficult to hack into an Instagram account. There will be, but I don't know, honestly. I'm starting to lose the will to live myself with this. It's turning into the Sebastian Rogers case. All these things. To me, I just want to focus on the fact that he's missing in that area. That's where the police think he is. I do think they're going to find him. And all these other things, they are not helpful at all. Anyway, his mother, Debbie Duncan, and her son's friends flew out to Tenerife alongside his ex-girlfriend, Jessica Ingham. Didn't know that. So, yeah, she said, "It's been a week now and it's been awful. I've barely slept. I'm at my wit's end." This is more or less what was in the Spanish article. Spanish police are doing a good job. We're getting updated from the consulate. I know people in the UK have come forward as well who were at the festival, and they are giving details of what they know. But I'm not being told about that. So they're probably being interviewed by the police. Jay's very good friends from home have also been over and put up posters. They are good kids, and like me, they just want him home. And friends also blasted theories circulating online about his disappearance. They said, and this is how I feel, "Imagine if he was your son or brother, think about his mum." And Jay's friend and ex-girlfriend, Jessica, 19, said, "What really gets me is all these online detectives who've got nothing better to do than spread malicious rumours and gossip. It's not helping the situation. People need to remember he's a missing person. His mother is absolutely sick with worry, and she doesn't need to read all kinds of rubbish that are being written about him." So drones, sniffer dogs and helicopters have been searching the rural park and its surroundings since he vanished. Most of the hunt has been focused on the 2,000-foot ravine. It is where his phone last pinged a nearby cell tower at 8:50 on June 17. So this is where the police think he is. And he did say to Lucy, if we believe Lucy, she said he sounded disorientated and he explained he was in the middle of mountains with nothing around. Says here, Jay's friends have hit out at Spanish police for not doing a good enough job. Anyway, officers have said they are totally focused on tracking down the 19-year-old, and will continue to prioritise that despite facing criticism. And they've brought up this again, that Lancashire police said they'd offered to help, but they were rejected. They weren't rejected. The police said politely, at the moment we've got the resources we need, but things might change. So don't forget, they found this disorientated man while they were looking for Jay. They found David Larkin, who considers himself an experienced hiker. Oh, he's now saying that he didn't need help. He didn't need rescuing. Oh God, I think there was a lot lost in translation when they saw him, and I explained to them, I had water, I was wearing layers, I had my rucksack with food. I think they wanted to show how good they are. Probably what they wanted to do was for him to get out of the way so that they could carry on looking for Jay and not be distracting him. Because what he's forgetting is the reason the police went looking for him is because his party that he was with reported that he was late coming back. He didn't go back when he was due to go back. So those people, the searchers were contacted by people concerned about him. Are you ungrateful? Sorry, I'm not going to swear. He said he was embarrassed by the situation. I had my poles. I know what I'm doing, and I knew that if it could get windy, I would take shelter in a cave. I know these trails. I've been coming here for years, so I know what I'm doing. Yeah, whatever. This is him. But the police said locals observed how the said hiker entered very early into an area of difficult access, not suitable for travel, and after several hours passed without him returning to the starting point, they alerted the agents. So are you thick or something? People call for help for you because they were worried about you. Idiot. So tired and disorientated, he was located by the agents and the rescue team who helped him out of the ravine. So you decide who you believe. He says he wasn't tired and disorientated, he was fine. But he didn't go back when he was supposed to go back. So he's probably back there today now doing exactly the same thing again, wasting police time. So explaining what happened once authorities found him, he said, the mountain rescue people took my picture, then dropped me off. I'm very grateful, but I did not need helping. And to be honest, it extended my day. I did go in through a difficult path and the trail isn't that well marked, but I do know the way. I managed it, and when they came towards me, I did explain I was okay. He said he was unable to return home until nearly 7 p.m. after being taken to safety the long way. Yeah, the safe way maybe, Mr. Larkin. He said, I don't want to appear ungrateful and I thank them for their concern, but I was fine. Okay, you were fine. You were fine. Okay, well, you're alive. Lucky for you. Okay, we all okay in the chat? Hi to anyone who's come in. Right, so now we're going to have a look at the terrain. So this guy was saying he was fine. He didn't need saving. He didn't need helping. Okay, whatever. We're going to have a look at this guy's Facebook. I'm sure he won't mind. So this is Paul Arnott, and he's a mountain rescue guy from the UK, and he's been helping out. But at least he seems to know what he's doing, of course. So he joined the search in Tenerife. Let's have a look at this article he's got on his Facebook. So climber joins the search for the missing teen Jay Slater. An adventurer and mountaineer says being a decent human has motivated him to travel to Tenerife to help the search for missing teenager Jay Slater. Paul Arnott, 29, from Flitwick in Bedfordshire, cancelled a charity fundraiser to fly to the island and join the search and rescue operation on Saturday. So this was yesterday then, because this was 9 days, and it will go through the story. And Mr. Arnott says, I know these environments, I know how harsh they are and how scary they are without experience. Now, that's what he said before he went, but since he's gone there, he said how it is even worse than he ever imagined that it could be. This is, I think, what people forget is, you know, it's all very well going and helping out search, but if you don't know the environment, anyway, we're going to see what he's got to say about it, because he did then go on and say just how bad it is. So he said, I spend all my time in the mountains. I've assisted search and rescue in Scotland before. It's what I do, but I would imagine that's a completely different terrain. So Warren Slater, the father of the missing teenager, we saw that interview, didn't we, when he said he was experiencing a living hell. And he appealed for help from the local community in Santiago del Teide, where the family went after an unconfirmed report of a possible local sighting. They should just let the police deal with that, because they're going to get false hope over and over again. Somebody must know something. I just want him to be found, end of. Because they've already been distracted once. Remember, they had to go to the police had to go to Los Cristianos to investigate a possible sighting there. And that came to nothing, and that distracted from their search. So was the festival here then, right near where he was staying? And then those two men took him all the way up there. Why did he go to Masca? This is one of the big questions, isn't it? Did they just say, oh, after party, and he didn't realise how far away they were going to take him? I think it was about an hour's journey. So that's, this is one of the big questions. Why did he even go? Because if the festival was around this area, why did they take him all the way up there to Masca village? It wasn't just up the road, was it? And then he had to try and get back. Then, of course, the other mystery is, why didn't he just wait for the bus? So Mr. Arnott said he had joined the search every day since arriving and would not leave until the teenager was found. Drones and helicopters are good, but they don't pick up everything. He added, well, we saw that with the search for the TV presenter, Michael. You're going to be looking at the most hazardous areas, such as ravines. In Spanish, we call them barrancas, and areas where there's potential for rock falls. Mr. Arnott was due to take part in a 500-mile fundraising walk for Scottish Mountain Rescue before he heard the call for help in the search. And when he was asked why he flew to the island to join the operation, he said, it's just being a decent human person. Somebody needs help, you go and help them. I like to think somebody would do the same for me. I don't cope well in hot countries. It makes me sick. But it's got to be done, yeah. Because it's the heat as well. It's so different from Scotland. It couldn't get any more different, really. I'll stay there. I'll stay here until we find him. So he says he's going to stay. So let's have a look at some of the. So what's been useful that he's been doing is he's been putting. Oh God, I never shared that tab, did I? Let me just show you the tab. Sorry. There he is. But we're going to look anyway at. We're going to look at some of the footage that is taken and is shown on Facebook. So let's have a look at his latest one today. So he's out there again today, apparently. So he's putting, if you follow him on Facebook, he's putting regular updates on it. This one is just 2 minutes ago by the look of it.
Breakages in their plant life, in their branches, leaves. So guys, these are the sorts of areas that you check with a search and rescue, the most hazardous areas. So let me just show you. I've got to be really careful that I don't fall, because this is so deep. I'm actually going to get low for this one. All these sorts of areas, you never know, someone could have slipped. And what I'm actually looking for, I'm not looking at like areas like this. I'm looking where there's like breakages in their plant life, in their branches, leaves, similar to how I track people, guys. So one way you can track people, you can look at little things like this in the grass, and I might see broken bits of twig that look like that, or like this. All these sorts of things, guys. Also, footprints in the dirt. You can tell if someone's been running or walking from the shape of their footprints. But also, I'm going to try get down here. I've got a huge area. I'm literally going to cover all this area today, guys. All of this area I'm going to cover. That's my plan for today. The dogs are on this other side. They're doing this side, so I'm going to do this side. And it's a really good joint effort. But everyone is so friendly. Everyone's so supportive. Everyone's been so kind. I'm actually helping. I'm actually getting really involved with this. I'm going really deep, guys. So yeah, absolute madness. Checking areas like this. So here you can see like a little breakage. So what I do, super dodgy. So you have to be careful when you're climbing down. But I'd come.
Yeah, because imagine, so if you see like a breakage in the foliage that he's talking about, then you've got to go down there and see. You've got to go down there. You know, Jay could be, unfortunately, down in one of these things and covered over by foliage. You know, it's not going to be easy, is he, to see? I'm just going to put that back to the beginning because I've just got to go and let the dog out the bath.
So guys, these are the sorts of areas that you check with a search and rescue, the most hazardous areas. So let me just show you. I've got to be really careful that I don't fall, because this is so deep. I'm actually going to get low for this one. All these sorts of areas, you never know, someone could have slipped. And what I'm actually looking for, I'm not looking at like areas like this. I'm looking where there's like breakages in their plant life, in their branches, leaves, similar to how I track people, guys. So one way you can track people, you can look at little things like this in the grass, and I might see broken bits of twig that look like that, or like this. All these sorts of things, guys. Also, footprints in the dirt. You can tell if someone's been running or walking from the shape of their footprints. But also, I'm going to try get down here. I've got a huge area. I'm literally going to cover all this area today, guys. All of this area I'm going to cover. That's my plan for today. The dogs are on this other side. They're doing this side, so I'm going to do this side. And it's a really good joint effort. But everyone is so friendly. Everyone's so supportive. Everyone's been so kind. I'm actually helping. I'm actually getting really involved with this. I'm going really deep, guys. So yeah, absolute madness. Checking areas like this. So here you can see like a little breakage. So what I do, super dodgy. So you have to be careful when you're climbing down. But I'd come down, making sure I don't slip. And I'd look at these breakages in the plants, in the bushes. So these are the sort of areas we're looking for, guys. Any sort of trace. But I just wanted to give you guys a little up.
You can see, I mean, it's just virtually impossible, isn't it? My goodness. So apparently, because Jay's mum, Debbie, had said that the police, they talked to her for 8 hours, showing her how they were searching. They've made a grid and they search in different areas, and I expect when they come to the end of one area, they go back and start again. Now, of course, they've got these new specialized dogs. They're probably going over all the areas again. I mean, Jay could easily have slipped and, you know, be underneath foliage, etc. Very difficult to find him. You know, if that's where he is. I mean, it does seem like that's where the police think he is. I'm sure they've said everything's on the table. They're examining every effort, you know, every possibility. Everything's on the table. The police have said that. But obviously a big part of what they're doing is searching the area where his phone last pinged. That's what you do. Now look at what's happening in Australia with Samantha Murphy. They still haven't managed to find her body yet, even though they've got the phone. Well, they've got the phone now. They had the phone ping. you know, it is so difficult. It's a very painstaking procedure, but it doesn't mean to say they will never find him, of course. Just means to say, you know, it's going to be hard. I mean, but literally, they could find him any minute, especially now the dogs are. But it doesn't look good, does it? It doesn't look like, you know, I hate to be negative, but I cannot imagine they're going to find him alive now after all this time, if that's where he is. So we're back to this other scenario. It's almost a preferable scenario, as far as his family's concerned, is that hopefully he has been kidnapped and someone's keeping him somewhere. But, you know, I always try and think that. I remember thinking that about Anna Knezevich, who went missing from Madrid, and they're looking for her body. They haven't found her body yet either. It's not easy to find a body. It really, because, you know, a body's just lying there. It's not going to listen. It's not going to hear you shouting, or the dogs come, you know, and come out and go, here I am. You know, you've got to find the body. Very difficult.
Update the area I'm in right now. I'll let you know more later.
Okay, so that is literally the very last. He's just literally put that up about 2 minutes ago, 3 minutes ago. So we're going to have a look at some of his others. Because I don't know about you, but I find it really interesting. I like to see the areas that they're searching and what's happening. So we're sort of going backwards. This is the one before that he put on. Where's the sound?
Corner. I said, I've come to help you guys, and they basically said, well, the guys with dogs and everything, they're just around here. The guys I was with yesterday, so the dog searchers, the mountain rescue, and the actual guy who leads the entire investigation, he's down here. So I'm just walking down to these guys. These are the guys that I teamed up with yesterday, so it makes more sense for me to be with them, and they speak a bit of English. But I'm about to come off the road, guys. It's pretty crazy environment. It's pretty crazy. I'm going to have to head up through all these bushes. I'm going to try and get up to the top of there. This is the idea, guys. Jay could have...
See, this is what I think. If this is what's happened to Jay, I think he may have come off the road thinking he could take a shortcut, because he didn't have a clue where he was. You know, he didn't have a clue where. I don't think he realised how far away he was from where he was staying. And he's just gone completely the wrong way, the poor lad, and just got hopelessly lost. Personally, that's my hypothesis, but of course I don't know that I'm right. That's just what I think.
Potentially have come down here. I've just got to find the police car, because I know they drove down. But yeah, this is the idea. He potentially came down here, went to the beach, or tried to get to the beach, guys. So just exploring as much as possible. This is the next ravine over. It's really interesting. There's like houses built into the mountains, like all over. It's really interesting. Yeah, just a quick update. Big love. So I'm just heading into this area, guys, and I just met 3 Spanish police officers literally just around the corner.
What's good about these videos he's putting up is we can see now how easy it would be to get lost. So look, you know, if you went off the track thinking you were going to take a shortcut, you didn't know that area. I mean, it'd be so easy to get lost. Let's have a look at this one. So don't forget that this guy's an experienced sort of hiker, mountaineer, and he's even shocked by the terrain.
Today, guys, and they've told me if I can just come down to the ravine over on this side. I've told them yesterday how far I got, and they were just shocked. They were absolutely shocked. But yeah, I'm going to come back down to the next ravine. I'm going to free climb as much as possible. I'm just going to spend probably about 5 to 6 hours down here, guys. I haven't actually had a proper meal since I arrived in Tenerife. I've been eating like bits of bread and fruit, and I just haven't eaten properly. So my plan for today is search for 5 to 6 hours. That will take me up until about what? Probably about 6 o'clock.
5 or 6 hours. 5 or 6 hours walking around there in the heat. Oh my God.
Or 5, 6 o'clock. And I'm going to try and get a decent meal. I just want some pasta or something. I'm really not eating properly. You can see, guys, you can't really see it that well. But my cheekbones come out when I stop eating properly. It's been the heat as well. So yeah, police are just up there. Dogs are up there as well, and then all the climbers and stuff down here. But my job today is to head back.
Just the vastness of that. Did you see it? You know, how it wouldn't matter how many people you had. You can't cover all of it. You know, you'd need millions of people, but people who know what they're doing. You don't want people there who don't know what they're doing.
Back down here and go through these dodgy ravines, guys, where nobody's going. So that's the plan of action. I'm just gonna stay on top of my water intake today, and just be really careful, make sure I'm eating my fruit and all that sort of stuff. But I'll keep you guys updated. I've got no signal whatsoever around here, but so much love. So I've just met up with the police. There's a lot of them there today, guys.
So he said he had no signal as well. You know, he's taking a chance, to be honest, walking around on his own. I don't know if that's really a good idea, wandering around on your own. Anyway, let's have a
way down to the beach. Now, we did a mad search yesterday, guys, and I mean a mad search. So, guys, it's almost 10 o'clock, and I've been waiting up the top for ages. The police were supposed to be up there for 10, but I thought I'd just get a head start. I know where Jay's phone signal actually last pinged from. It wasn't from the phone tower, which everybody thinks, and what we were all told. It was actually much further around here. And saying that, I can see the police. The police are down here. Fantastic. So my idea was, guys, I was just going to get a head start. I know what's going on today. The idea is that Jay potentially was around here and tried to make his way down to the beach. Now, we did a mad search yesterday, guys, and I mean...
That's what I thought straight away. I thought if that was... Because I remember, I think I said when I left a party once years ago in Blackpool, and I knew my friend, the place I was trying to get to, I decided I was going home like you do when you're 19, drunk, and I just headed for Blackpool Tower, because I just knew that the place I was staying was near Blackpool Tower, and by some miracle I did make it, and I did. It obviously wasn't as far as this, so probably was only, you know, half an hour up the road. But that's what I did. I remember fixing on Blackpool Tower and just thinking, walk towards Blackpool Tower. And I think this is what Jay did. I think Jay saw the beach. He thought, oh, there you go. There's the beach. I'm staying near the beach. You know, don't forget, he'd been partying for 3 nights. He's a young 19-year-old lad. He's not going to be dead sensible in thinking about things. Otherwise, he would have got the bus. You know, he's just doing things that 19-year-olds do. They just don't see consequences, do they? He's just thinking he wants to get home, charge his phone up and get some water. And I think he's come off the road and he's just ended up, and that's what he's just saying, that the phone didn't ping where people think it did. It pinged in that ravine. He was in there. He had tried to take him, I think, it's likely tried to take a shortcut towards it, just thinking, oh, just aim towards the beach, and he's got into trouble. I do think they're going to find him there. It's very sad. I wish I didn't think that. And I'll tell you what, if there is a different conclusion, nobody will be more happy than me, but that's how it feels to me at the moment.
I mean, a mad search. I've gone all around the other side, all really deep. Mountain rescue are going to go up the other side with ropes. I'm going to do what I'm comfortable with today without ropes, guys. Yesterday, I pushed myself to crazy limits. What I'm trying to do, guys, is I'm trying to go to all the dodgy places that mountain rescue aren't going to, where the police aren't going to, where the dogs aren't going to, and where the drones can't get to. And when I say these places are dodgy, guys, they are dodgy. But I'm trying to follow tracks. So yesterday, I thought I saw footprints in the sand, and I also saw like some broken twigs. And for everybody who watches me, you know I have a really big interest in tracking, which is trying to find someone who goes through this environment, and also counter-tracking. So the counter-tracking is the opposite. How do you avoid people who are looking for you? So if you've got dogs after you, how do you avoid them? And people tracking you, people who are really trained in that sort of stuff, how do you avoid them, guys? So those are some really big interests to me. So it really came into play yesterday. I was following the path down. But it could have been from a hiker, guys. It really could have been from a hiker. I searched everywhere. I'm going to go back into that area today, do my best, catch up with police as soon as possible, and just keep them updated on everything.
Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? So he's very interesting. All right, let's have a look at another one. I do think I'm really grateful to him for doing these videos, because it gives us an idea.
The meeting point.
Gives us an idea. So this is the road, But if you can, so they're on the, obviously if he would have stayed on the road, he would have been found by now, or somebody would have given him a lift, or, you know, somebody would have found him dehydrated and got into a hospital. He's come off that. If he was ever there, if, you know, if the conspiracy theories aren't correct, and, you know, it's just a question, he's come off that road for some reason.
However, I can't actually see anyone there at the moment. So my next step, my next plan, guys, will be to head over to the next ravine where the guys need to use ropes. I'm going to go head over there and meet them over there, because I know that will be the next spot. Now, I did ask if I could borrow some ropes from someone in Tenerife. However, no one's got back to me. All I really need is a decent rope, a harness, a B-day device, and some anchors. However, I don't think anybody's
He says, all I really need is a rope, some anchors. He needs a bloody mountain climbing kit. Well, you know, he may be able to borrow them off the mountain rescue, but of course he doesn't speak Spanish, so it's hard to get over what he wants to say. Some of them might speak some English, but maybe not fluent English. But yeah, I mean, it's good what he's doing, but yeah, somebody said in the chat there, he could get into trouble himself. You know, that's a thing, but at least he does know what he's doing up to a point. But I hope he doesn't get into trouble. He reminds me of that that Australian guy, Jake Cassar. He went looking for Samantha Murphy, didn't he? But he has a team. I mean, the problem that I've got with Paul is, it's not a problem that I've got. I'm worried about him now. Where's his team? He could do with it. Like if there was 3 of them, you know, doing it. But if the trouble is, if Paul does get into difficulty, who's going to save Paul if he's got no signal?
I don't think anybody's able to lend me any, and I can't find any shops here that will rent one out. But that was the plan, so I'm just going to do my best, guys. I'm going to head up here, maybe even do a little bit of what I did yesterday, but I did only speak to these guys and find out where they want me first. Now I'm going to have to be extra careful, guys, because none of the shops have been open. I've only got 2 litres of water on me, about 1 banana and 2 pears, so I need to take it really, really careful. I don't want to end up like the guy who got rescued yesterday. A Scottish guy actually got rescued by the team, one of the teams I was with.
Oh, not according to the Scottish guy. According to the Scottish guy, he was fine. He didn't need any help.
In the mountains, so crazy. I'll catch up with you soon. So I've almost made it, guys. I'm trying to get to this cafe up here. This should be the meeting point. However, I can't actually see anyone there at the moment. So my next step, my next plan, guys.
Yeah, and something else somebody just said in the chat, which is right, because Jay had said that he'd hurt his leg on a cactus, apparently. There are no cactuses on the road there. So for him to have hurt his leg on a cactus, he would have had to have come off the road.
Will be to head over to the next ravine where the guys need to use ropes. I'm going to go head over there and meet them over there, because I know that will be the next spot. Now, I did ask if I could borrow some ropes from someone in Tenerife. However, no one's got back to me. All I really need is a decent rope, a harness, a B-day device, and some anchors. However, I don't think anybody's able.
Hi, Mara. Hi, Junior. I'm trying to say hello to people when they come in, but we just listen to the end of this video again, and then we'll look at another one. I'm finding these.
I can't find any shops here that will rent one out, but that was the plan, so I'm just going to do my best.
Now, as far as I know, and I presume Tenerife is the same as Spain because it's part of Spain, I don't know that. I mean, maybe there will be shops that rent out equipment. What day are we on today? Wednesday. Maybe there will be shops. I might Google that, and if I do find any, I'll send it through to him, because there may be shops where you can rent mountaineering gear. So no, because you know there's places you can go and ski in Spain, and you can rent all the ski equipment up on the mountain. So it's just he's got a problem with the language barrier, hasn't he? He can't look for these things.
Yes, guys, I'm going to head up here, maybe even do a little bit of what I did yesterday, but I did only speak to these guys and find out where they want me first. Now I'm going to have to be extra careful, guys, because none of the shops have been open. I've only got 2 litres of water on me, about 1 banana and 2 pears. So I need to take it really, really careful. I don't want to end up like the guy who got rescued yesterday. A Scottish guy actually got rescued by the team, one of the teams I was.
Sorry, so we've watched that. I'm going to put another video on because I think there are places you can rent. I'm just having a little look. Well, I'll put his next video on and then you can watch that while I'm having a look. He does sound out of breath. It must be the altitude, is it?
A bit this morning, not panicking, but I'm stressed out because I couldn't sleep until 3 o'clock this morning. My alarm was set for 6. I don't know what happened, guys. I didn't wake up till 9. I've literally got ready in about 10 minutes. I'm trying to get up to the top up here. I was going to wait at the bottom for the police. Maybe they've moved on to a different area. I don't know. Everyone should be meeting up the top here. Yeah, absolutely destroyed. Beautiful morning though, guys. So the police just drove past me, guys, but they were going the other way, so I didn't bother flagging them down. I'm just going to keep going up this massive path. We've got to go all the way up here.
I've just found a couple of places. I'm going to send these through to him. Let me just show you. So you've got TenerifeOutdoor.com. You make the adventure. We give you the material where you can look. You can rent material de alquiler, and there was another one as well. Hang on. Anyway, I've just found a couple, so I'm going to send them to him. We'll go back to his videos.
It's a pretty, it's quite an exhausting walk, guys. It's quite an exhausting walk. I need to go have some breakfast. I've got a banana in my bag. I've got some water. So I'm going to have...
Well, at the end of the day, if it's an exhausting walk for him, an experienced mountaineer, Jay would have stood no chance, would he? Even though the only thing Jay's got on his side is he is young. God, I mean, you know what I think? Anytime I just think, why would anyone do that for pleasure? I don't understand.
Have that in a second. As soon as I meet them, guys. I'll catch up with you guys soon, big. Hey, good morning, guys. It's day 5 of searching for Jay. I'm really out of breath and I'm panicking a bit this morning. Not panicking, but I'm stressed out because I couldn't sleep until 3 o'clock this morning. My alarm was set for 6. I don't know what happened, guys. I didn't wake up till 9. I've literally got ready in about 10 minutes. So I'm trying to get up to the top up here. I was going to wait at the bottom for the police. Maybe they've moved on to a different area. I don't know. Everyone should be meeting up the top here. Yeah, absolutely destroyed. Beautiful morning though, guys. So the police just drove past me, guys, but they were going the other way, so I didn't bother flagging them down.
Another one. We'll watch another couple of his videos, and then I'm going to send him a message. So this was
night. I haven't even showered yet.
This was after he got back last night. He made just a quick about 10 o'clock last night. He made this quick video, but he was a long time.
I look absolutely awful, but yeah, it's been a mad day. So this morning I met with the police, mountain rescue, all the search teams as well, all the sniffer dogs being flown over. I met them as soon as they were here, guys. The dog's really cute, by the way, as well. But it's just been a mad day. So set off with them, guys. They've been getting me in the back of the vans. They've been driving me all around the mountains. They've really appreciated the help as well. They're so polite. Obviously they know everything that I've done, guys, so it's really nice. The actual guy who's organized the entire search, he's been saying well done, he's been patting me on the back, and I feel really proud. I feel like really proud of that, guys. It's really nice, and I feel like we're getting closer to finding Jay, guys. I really do. We did want to try get drones out earlier, but we couldn't. It was way too windy.
Yeah, and that was interesting what he was saying, that it was too windy for the drones, because don't forget, these are the mountains. So sometimes you can't do the helicopter there or the drones. There's so many different things to think about. But we'll watch to the end of this video, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and I've found these rental places where you can rent mountaineering equipment with €6. I was looking, it was €6 for something that the ropes, I think, or whatever. So I'm going to send him that, and if he needs any help with translations and what have you, I can do that for him.
Way too windy, but I have walked miles and miles and miles. When I say walk, it's not even walking, guys. If you watch the videos, I'm climbing up rocks. Now I'm used to this sort of stuff, guys. I really am. But I have never in my life, I swear to God, I have never, ever, ever in my life climbed like I have today. It has been mad. There were times where it was just, it was crazy, guys. I know my limits, and I had to push myself outside of those limits today.
So there you go. So there's, you know, hey, so Princess T is back at the Chihuahua. So we know she's okay. Shh. She's always got to get the last word as well. So yeah, it's interesting. This is how we know this terrain is like nothing that anyone from Britain knows. So you know, it was ridiculous to say that the Lancashire police could go and help. Of course, it can't, or not with the search anyway.
So it's just crazy. So anyway, so yeah, so basically, guys, tomorrow morning the whole thing will happen again. Keep going until we find Jay. But I just want to give you a little update. So much more has happened. I can't even remember, guys. So much more has happened. It's just crazy. It's crazy. But just a quick check-in with you. So much love. I love you all. I need to get bed. I need to go to bed soon, guys. But just a quick update. So much love. You guys are awesome. Thank you for all your positive messages, and thank you to everyone who's donated to the GoFundMe as well. I'm raising money for Scottish Mountain Rescue, guys. And there was only like a small target, and we've hit like way over £500. So I need to get in there. I need to thank every single one of you. I appreciate it so much. And if you do want to support me, guys, link to my TikTok profile. You don't have to, but I really appreciate it. So much love. I'll catch up with you guys soon.
So there you go. So that was interesting. Well, I found it interesting anyway. So now we can see the reality of where they're looking for Jay. Hi, Pincho. Hi, Ruth. Hi, son. Idiot. So yeah, now we can see the reality. Hi, Andrea. So I found these places where you can rent mountaineering equipment in Tenerife. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go off and I'm going to send the details through to that guy. And I don't know if that will help him or what, but hopefully, though, we'll have a breakthrough today now that the dogs are out there, the specialized dogs. Hopefully there will be a breakthrough, hey, and we won't be doing another one tomorrow. Jay 11 days missing because you know, just that torment for his parents just must be awful. And you know, just on a human level, whatever any other circumstances, whatever any other details, that boy is lost. In my opinion, he's lost somewhere on that mountain, and I don't think the result's going to be good, unfortunately. But I just hope that they do find him. Okay, so if there's any more developments, I will be back to let you know, of course, as soon as there's any developments. In fact, I'll just check the news before I go. Normally, before I go, I just check the news. Got quite a lot of classes later. Oh, there's new footage. New footage of the search for missing teen. So let's have a look at that. So it's of the search, not of the missing teen. So I thought for a minute when I saw that, I thought, oh my God, it's footage of Jay. But so Spanish police release new footage of the search for the missing teen. Let's have a look. So they've released a new video, apparently. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. That it? Yeah. Oh, there's a dog. No, I hope those dogs are all right. I hope they're not burning their feet. Let's just watch it again. They're probably trying to show what they're doing. Oh. Looks like a Malinois, that one, doesn't it? Okay, so I think they're trying to show, aren't they, just what they're doing, I suppose. Is that it? So I am following the Guardia Civil. So it shows, and then it's just describing it here. What is it? So it shows a helicopter search in the mountainous area with search teams on foot, having been joined by sniffer dogs. So these dogs are the new thing. They then enter a wooded area and proceed to search the mountainous region. In one clip, an officer uses binoculars to try and see if there are any signs of the missing teen. They're just trying to show, aren't they, I suppose, that they're doing something. And they just said, we're continuing with the search for the young British man missing in Tenerife. Different Guardia Civil units from the area participate, joined by agents with their dogs specialised in searching for people from Madrid. But the Times reports the dogs have not been given a piece of Mr. Slater's clothing for them to pick up a scent. That seems a bit silly, doesn't it? Yeah, why haven't they been given a piece of his clothing? Anyway, so this is the latest video from the Guardia Civil. Okay, I'm going because I'm going to go and text this guy and tell him where these rental places are, where he can rent ropes, etc., if he wants to. And son, you're a bit of a dickhead, aren't you? A bit of a dickhead. Adios, son. Adios. Yeah, sun's gone. Not very sunny, is he? A bit of a twat, actually. But anyway, never mind. Do you know what? There's some really sad people out there. You just think, get a life. Go and see a psychiatrist. You need some help. If the, you know, how you enjoy yourself is to just sit and go on trolling YouTube when, you know, somebody's missing and there's something wrong with you. Do you understand that? You do need help. You really do need help. So anyway, have a good life, but you won't be coming back on my channel. You just just like, you know, the lights are on, but there's nothing there, isn't it? It's just, they're just thickos. Did he get on your nudges, Heather? He got on my nudges as well. There you go. He feels great now this morning because look, this afternoon he's had this fantastic troll, you know, on a YouTube channel. So he feels great now. You know what I mean? It's like that's how he spends his life. That's, you know, that's his contribution to society. It's like, wow, that his mum's really proud of him. Anyway. Okay, he's probably one of them that's going on saying, oh, Jay did this or Jay did that. What's he doing? Do you know what I mean? It's like, what's his contribution to society? You know, nothing, nada, zilch, zero. Anyway, we don't care, do we? Because there's more nicer people on here than there is idiots like Son. I mean, God, that's a misnomer, isn't it, for a start, Son? Yeah, he's probably trolling some famous person as well or whatever. It'd be a sad sort of, you know, I don't like to be horrible, but I feel like being horrible, but I'm not. I'm not going to say any more, but we can imagine. Button mushroom comes to mind. You've reported me for bullying. Ooh. Ooh. I've been reported for bullying. Okay, thank you. Another one. Another one. Yeah, I've seen that one before. That, will you please shut up? We have reported you for bullying. So who's we? Are you Son's friend? Are you Son's friend? Will you shut up? Will you shut up, I wonder? Okay, now I am going and doing something positive, because I'm going to message a guy and I'm going to tell him about these places where you can rent things. And maybe you'll be able to rent something, and maybe it mean that he can get to other places. But I just hope he looks after himself, you know, and he's safe. I know there's all police around there and everything, but if his phone's not working, you know, he is worrying me a bit now about his own safety. But anyway, I'm going to message him now. Okay, so I will see you really soon. If there's any update, I'll be on. I mean, I've got quite a lot of classes later, but one way or another, if there was any update, if they did find Jay or any update whatsoever, I will definitely be back on. Or later after I finish classes. But anyway, I'll see you really soon in the next video. Prayers for Jay and prayers for Jay's family. And let's hope there's a breakthrough today. And I'll see you really soon in the next video. And until then, may your God go with you. Even you trolls. Adios. Oh, I'm going to put on my little video. Hang on, I've got to find it.